would she not wish to see anyone? I was prepared to talk to her through a crack in the door if she preferred, but talk to her I must. Please, I must see her. It's about Serge Lavertu. He's in grave danger. My father's name seemed to startle the butler like an electric shock. Serge Lavertu? He's alive? Something wasn't right. Did this man not read the newspapers? If he had, he would have known my father was indeed alive, but not for much longer if the Ministry of Justice had its way. It was either going to be the guillotine for a double murder or the firing squad for a war crime. Unless I could persuade Kristina Belova to come to Paris to testify on his behalf, my father was doomed. Yes, he is alive, I said. Please, I need to speak to Madame Bergeret tonight. The butler's gaze travelled to my small suitcase. It would have been more prudent for me to have found a hotel in town and come to the villa in the morning, but my panic had made me act in haste. After another pause, he reached for the key in his pocket and opened the gate. I am Lorenzo Amato, he said, with the pride of an Italian manservant who takes his role seriously. Follow exactly in my footsteps. The garden is booby-trapped. Then, to illustrate his point, he indicated a large pile of rubble that once might have been an outbuilding. The Germans took over the villa in 1943 and left it mine when they retreated, he explained. After the liberation, a looter decided to use the toilet in the guest quarters. He pulled the chain and boom! The building collapsed on him. I flinched. The newspapers were full of descriptions of hapless people who had set off undetected mines simply by turning on a light switch or straightening a painting. And the house? Is the house clear? We reached the front door, and Lorenzo opened it, ushering me into the entrance hall. It was cleared by the British. They think they got everything. Well, except in the cellar. But nobody goes down there anymore. A fluttering sound made me look upwards through the middle of a grand spiral staircase. Straight above us was a hole that tore right through the ceiling and roof. Black specks that I recognized as bats circled overhead. The rest of the hall looked as run down as the exterior of the house, with a broken chandelier and peeling paint. Lorenzo put my suitcase down and indicated for me to sit on a sofa, carved with so many laurels, medallions, and rosettes. It could have come straight from the Tsar's winter palace, although the ivory silk upholstery had seen better days before it had been attacked by moths. Now we wait, he said, turning on a floor lamp and sitting down next to me. He drummed his fingers on his lap and looked about him as if we were two people on a bench expecting a bus. I anticipated some explanation for his odd behaviour, but when none was forthcoming, the tension grew too great for me. What are we waiting for? I asked. He pointed to the second floor. When the light fades completely, Madame Bergeret will stop painting. She will take some tea while I prepare supper. I have the samovar boiling now. While it wasn't unusual for an artist to be disciplined about her work, something about the degree of orderliness felt odd. It was beginning to dawn on me that Kristina, as well as Lorenzo, might not have much contact with the outside world. Perhaps it explained why she hadn't come running to my father's aid herself. Lorenzo must have noticed the look of consternation on my face. It is not Madame Bergeret's natural temperament to be so particular about time, he explained. She was always the loveliest and most accommodating of people. Keeping strict time is her way of coping. The war has affected us all. I shifted in my seat. It was true that Kristina had suffered tragedies of her own. Yes, indeed, I said. My sympathy seemed to make Lorenzo warm to me a little more. I have served the Belov family for nearly 6